I got this toolbox for only $2 at the Goodwill store. I cannot wait to turn it into a really, really nice arrangement for the spring and stain it and decorate it. And I can't wait to hit it with a hammer. I'm first going to distress it by hitting it with a hammer and a few other items just to make it look old and worn. So I took my hammer to this. I hit it with some nails, some screws, some tacks, and then I stained it with a really, really simple mixture of steel wool and white vinegar. And I am really, really loving the way it looks. It just has some really, really beautiful marks. Look at the finish, the color. I'm going to spray this with some clear coat, and then it is ready for an arrangement. This is now ready for a flower arrangement. I've placed a little bit of dry foam in here, dry floral foam, and I placed it around the sides so that it's nice and tight. It's not going to move around. And I was outside today and I just gathered a bunch of sprigs, some vines, some things that I thought just looked interesting, and a few of these branches that have the lichen on them. Interesting color, interesting texture. So I'm going to take a little bit of floral wire, paddle wire, and just wrap it around. These are just kind of in a figure 8, and just to hold them so that I can let go. So that's all it's going to take, just to hold them. And then I'm going to place it in here at a diagonal. Next, I'm going to place some garland from the Dollar Tree along the bottom here, just to give it a nice base of green. And this does not have to be fancy at all. I'm just going to fill it in here. That's why I like this toolbox idea so much, because I think it's a nice deep, it's nice and deep, and things are just going to be, I can see putting hydrangea in this, or roses maybe, something for the beach. There. I have some forsythia, some little mini daffodils, another plant that had some yellow to it, some other whites, and a few other sprigs of ivy that I'll be placing in it. I'm placing these little daffodils kind of all in a clump here towards this side, kind of little areas of interest. So daffodils here, and then I think I'm going to put the forsythia sort of in the middle, kind of, and these are taller, so this will give it some nice height. One kind of high and one lower in the back, and then another one kind of draping over this side to give it some depth. And then I have these, the label said cattails. And so these I'm going to place kind of this end of the arrangement. Oops. Oh well. And I am liking my liking. Look at these. These branches are really, I think they're really interesting. Give it a lot of texture. And that's kind of about it. This one came together really quickly. But I think it needs one more thing. I'm gonna make a little bird's nest out of raffia. This is gonna be really quick and really easy. It just naturally wants to go in a kind of little circle. And this is just the natural colored raffia. And I think I'll add a little bit of moss to it. And then also just a few sprigs of pine needles from outside, and just put it together with a little glue. And then also, to enhance my tablescape, I got a few of these little pedestals that I'm going to use as candlestick holders with these candles I got at the dollar store at Dollar Tree. And I stained them with the same mix of white vinegar and steel wool. And I love the way they have a nice rustic look. I sprayed a little bit of polyurethane on them. And I'm going to put them on my tablescape, but first I'm going to add a little raffia and also a little moss to just complete the theme. So to finish it off, I'm going to add my little bird's nest, little Easter egg filled bird's nest right in the middle here, because that's why I started with those branches. Just going to nestle it in there, just like it might kind of naturally sit on a little branch. And there we go. I'm going to combine it on my tabletop with my little matching candles, and I'll follow this up with some glamour shots for you. Thanks so much for watching.